Hello, my name is Steve, in case you're new, and I'm working on a racing game with Unity. And in the last video, I talked about this traffic system, and I pretty much did a deep dive into the logic, and I explained what the limitations were. In this demo scene that I had set up when I built it, I was basically limited to about 100 vehicles. Right now, there's 357 vehicles in here. And I am currently running at about 60 frames a second. So what I've done is I've started to dig into the C# job system. I've explored what the entity component system is. I haven't done anything with that. Previously, all of these vehicles basically had their own mono behavior that was controlling them. Now what they do is when they're spawned into a scene, they register to a job controller script. So this job controller script basically controls all of the data. It's all been moved to arrays, and for the most part, it's all already set up in native arrays. I've set up 2 pieces of the car AI logic into the job system, and with that change and some other minor changes to the prefabs, basically disabling some of the extra meshes that these cars have. The cars are not optimized at all. So with those few changes, which was about 2 days worth of work, 3 days worth of work, I was able to go from 100 to what you see now, which is I have 357 vehicles set up, which is kind of cool. So if I were to turn on the debug process time, just so you could see this if you were curious, with the current logic that's going through the C# job system active, it's at about 0.4 milliseconds to process that data. Now, if I disable it, it was 4.2, 4.5. So I basically got about a 10x improvement by moving a couple of those pieces of logic into the job system. And I plan on taking that a little farther. I still think there's a lot of work that I can do. I feel like I basically just scratched the surface. But yeah, at this point, this is it. I do have a couple issues with some cars crashing right now. So I think that's sensor related. I disabled some of the sensors. I haven't put any of the sensor logic into C# jobs yet. At some point it'll get there, but yeah, so I'm pretty happy I've made some progress. At this point, I at least have a 350% improvement for the amount of AI vehicles I can have in a scene now. So, and I think I could continue to improve it farther, and that's what I'm going to do. So hopefully in the near future, you'll see maybe 1,000 vehicles in a scene and it running at 60 frames a second, which would be awesome. But yeah, anyway, I'll see you in the next video. Thanks for checking this out.